The flat Earth theory. A journey through time and belief. The idea that the Earth is flat may sound absurd to most people today, but throughout history, this theory has been taken seriously by many. From ancient civilizations to modern-day fringe groups, the belief in a flat Earth has been more than just a curiosity. It has been a worldview that challenges not only the nature of the Earth itself but also humanity's place in the cosmos. Ancient beginnings. The story of the flat Earth theory begins in the distant past, long before space travel, telescopes, or even the understanding of gravity. In ancient times, when humans had no scientific means to observe the Earth from afar, it was natural to assume that the world around them was flat. The Earth seemed to stretch out endlessly in all directions, the horizon a perfectly straight line, and the sun appeared to set at the edge of this vast, flat world. The earliest recorded belief in a flat Earth can be traced back to ancient cultures, such as the Sumerians, Egyptians, and early Mesopotamians. For these early civilizations, the world was understood to be a flat disk surrounded by water, with the heavens above and the underworld below. The Egyptians, for example, envisioned the sky as a giant arch, held up by gods, with the Earth lying flat beneath it. Yet, even in ancient times, there were thinkers who began to question the flat Earth theory. As early as the 6th century BCE, Greek philosophers such as Pythagoras and Parmenides proposed the idea of a spherical Earth, based on observations of the stars and the shape of the Earth's shadow during lunar eclipses. The idea gradually gained traction, and by the time of Aristotle in the 4th century BCE, there was strong evidence to support the Earth as a sphere. The curved horizon, the way ships disappeared hull first over the sea, and the changing position of the stars all pointed to a round Earth. The Middle Ages and the flat Earth resurgence. Despite the growing evidence for a spherical Earth, the belief in a flat Earth persisted in some circles throughout history, especially during the early Middle Ages. Much of Europe in this period was influenced by religious views that placed the Earth at the center of the universe, a belief known as geocentrism. While educated people accepted the spherical Earth model, the flat Earth theory remained prominent in folklore and some religious texts, often seen as a simpler explanation of the world. However, the idea of a flat Earth did not completely dominate the medieval worldview. In fact, educated scholars across Europe, from the time of the Roman Empire through the Renaissance, generally accepted the Earth as a sphere. Figures such as Thomas Aquinas and Albertus Magnus affirmed the Earth's roundness, often using logic and theological arguments to reinforce it. Yet, as the Renaissance dawned and European exploration took to the seas, the notion of a flat Earth was pushed further into obscurity. Adventurers like Christopher Columbus and Ferdinand Magellan, who sailed around the globe, provided real-world evidence that the Earth was round. By the 16th century, the scientific consensus was overwhelmingly in favor of a spherical Earth, and the idea of a flat Earth was considered a relic of the past. The re-emergence in the modern era. The idea of a flat Earth seemed to vanish from serious discourse for centuries, but surprisingly, it began to resurface in the 19th century. In 1838, a British writer named Samuel Burley Robotham published a pamphlet called Zetetic Astronomy, Earth Not a Globe, which reignited interest in the flat Earth theory. Robotham, who believed that the Earth was flat and stationary, argued that the evidence for a spherical Earth was either fabricated or misunderstood. Robotham's book created a small but vocal movement advocating for the flat Earth theory. The group he founded, the Universal Zetetic Society, attracted followers who believed that science had been led astray. They argued that the Earth was a flat disk, with the North Pole at the center and a massive ice wall surrounding the edge. The sun, moon, and stars, they claimed, were much closer than scientists had been led to believe and moved in patterns above the flat plane. This resurgence of flat Earth belief was tied to a growing skepticism of established science, especially during a time when new scientific discoveries were shaking the foundations of traditional thought. The theories of evolution, the discovery of electromagnetic waves, and the development of modern astronomy all posed threats to some people's deeply held beliefs about the world and their place in it. For these individuals, embracing the flat Earth theory became a way to reject the scientific establishment and claim an alternative understanding of the universe. The digital age and the revival of the flat Earth movement. While the flat Earth theory was largely relegated to the margins of society for much of the 20th century, The advent of the internet in the late 20th and early 21st centuries brought a resurgence of interest in fringe theories, including the flat Earth movement. The rise of social media and online forums gave voice to individuals and groups who were skeptical of mainstream scientific views. With the power of online communities, the flat Earth theory found a new generation of believers. The modern flat Earth movement, often referred to as the Flat Earth Society, gained traction through YouTube videos, websites, and podcasts that promoted the idea that science had been deceived. Flat Earthers argued that there was a conspiracy to hide the truth about the Earth's shape, claiming that photos of the Earth from space were fabricated and that the evidence for a spherical Earth was manipulated by NASA and other scientific organizations. The flat Earth community often uses what they call common sense observations to support their claims, citing the way the horizon looks flat when viewed from the ground and the lack of observable curvature from an airplane window. They dismiss the extensive scientific evidence, including centuries of astronomical observations, the physics of gravity, and the images of Earth from space, as fabrications or misunderstandings. The movement has grown in prominence with social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook, where flat Earth proponents share their beliefs with a wider audience. The rise of podcasts and online documentaries further perpetuates the idea, with influential figures such as rapper B.O.B. and YouTuber Logan Paul occasionally expressing curiosity or support for the theory, which helps it gain more attention. Science, skepticism, and the enduring appeal of flat Earth. The resurgence of the flat Earth theory in the modern age is often seen as a symptom of a deeper cultural trend: distrust of authority and the rise of conspiracy thinking. In a world where information can be easily manipulated and filtered through echo chambers of social media, it's not surprising that alternative theories find fertile ground. The flat Earth theory taps into a larger narrative of skepticism toward science, experts, and the so-called mainstream version of reality. Despite the overwhelming evidence against it, the flat Earth theory persists in certain subcultures. For some, it's not just about rejecting scientific fact, it's about rejecting a worldview that feels impersonal or disconnected from their lives. The Earth as a flat disk, with a tangible edge and a clear order, offers a simple, comforting explanation of a chaotic and complex world. The continued belief in a flat Earth, even in the face of centuries of evidence to the contrary, serves as a reminder of the power of human belief, the allure of alternative explanations, and the complex relationship between truth, perception, and reality. While the scientific community continues to stand firm in its understanding of the Earth as a sphere, the flat Earth theory remains a curious chapter in the ever-evolving story of human thought. In the end, the persistence of the flat Earth theory is less about the shape of the Earth and more about the search for meaning in a world full of uncertainty. The flat Earth, a relic of ancient thought, continues to inspire debate, fascination, and, above all, curiosity. The mystery of why some people continue to believe in it may never be fully understood, but it remains a fascinating example of the power of belief and the enduring human desire to question the world around us. The psychological and socio-cultural roots to understand the persistence of the flat Earth theory in modern times. It's important to explore the psychological and socio-cultural factors that fuel such beliefs. Belief in the flat Earth theory is often tied to deeper human tendencies, a desire to feel special, to find hidden truths, and to resist authority. These factors can create fertile ground for alternative theories to take root. One psychological aspect of the flat Earth movement is the us versus them mentality. Many flat Earth proponents see themselves as part of an enlightened group that has discovered the truth, in contrast to the masses who are seen as mindlessly accepting mainstream science. This creates a sense of superiority and belonging. The idea of a global conspiracy, where scientists, governments, and even astronauts are involved in covering up the true nature of the Earth, taps into a long-standing human instinct to distrust authority and question established power structures. For some, adopting a flat Earth view is an act of rebellion, a rejection of what is perceived as the elite, or establishment, pushing false narratives. In an age where trust in traditional institutions, whether political, scientific, or media-related, is at a low point, embracing a fringe theory can feel empowering. It offers a way to carve out an alternative narrative that feels more personal, more understandable, and, at times, more truthful than what is commonly accepted. Moreover, the appeal of the flat Earth theory can also be linked to a fascination with mystery and conspiracy. Human beings are naturally drawn to puzzles, especially those that are presented as having a hidden answer. The flat Earth narrative, with its complex web of supposed cover-ups and supposed secret knowledge, can serve as a captivating intellectual puzzle. For some, the belief in such an extraordinary theory offers an emotional payoff. The feeling of being in the know, part of an enlightened group that has unearthed a hidden truth. The rise of counter-narratives in response to the rise of the flat Earth movement, scientists, educators, and skeptics have worked tirelessly to provide evidence to counter the claims of flat Earth proponents. The overwhelming scientific consensus, based on centuries of observation, including satellite imagery, physics, and astronomy, provides a robust defense of the Earth's round shape. Modern advancements, including the International Space Station, ISS, have given astronauts and scientists the ability to take real-time photographs and videos of the Earth from space, showing its spherical nature. The curvature of the Earth is visible on a daily basis from any high-altitude flight, and the phenomenon of gravity, which dictates the round shape of planets, is a fundamental principle of physics. However, despite the abundance of evidence, flat Earth proponents often dismiss these findings as fabricated or misinterpreted. One of the most compelling arguments against the flat Earth theory is the phenomenon of time zones. The Earth's rotation creates distinct time zones around the world. If the Earth were flat, these time zones would not function in the same way. The way shadows fall at different times of the day, and how the sun and stars appear to move across the sky, are direct results of the Earth's spherical shape. Observations from space missions and ongoing satellite imagery also confirm this. Yet, the flat Earth community often resorts to explanations that reject these phenomena, suggesting instead that the sun moves in a way that supports their narrative. The role of media and the Internet. The rise of the Internet has undoubtedly played a significant role in the revival of the flat Earth theory. Social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter have provided a platform for believers to spread their message to a global audience, creating a sense of community and shared belief. Online videos, books, and forums allow flat Earth advocates to present their version of reality in ways that seem compelling, even to those with no background in science. They can create and share their own documentaries, debates, and evidence, bolstering their claims and attracting new followers. At the same time, the Internet has allowed skeptics and scientists to engage in public debates and rebuttals, providing counter-arguments, videos, and infographics that explain the science behind the spherical Earth. However, online echo chambers can also have the opposite effect, reinforcing belief in the flat Earth theory through repetition, selective evidence, and the sense of community created within these spaces. Mainstream media outlets, while largely dismissing the flat Earth theory as pseudoscience, occasionally highlight it in sensationalist ways. Documentaries, news segments, and viral online content have helped bring the theory into the public consciousness. In some cases, this has led to further scrutiny of the flat Earth movement, though it has also helped amplify the voices of its advocates. Education and critical thinking. At the heart of the debate over the flat Earth theory lies a larger conversation about science education, critical thinking, and the role of information in the modern world. The persistence of such a belief underscores the importance of scientific literacy, not only in terms of understanding established facts but also in fostering the ability to think critically about the world around us. Educational systems and public institutions have a responsibility to promote curiosity, teach the scientific method, and encourage skepticism in a healthy, constructive way. By learning how to evaluate evidence and understand the process by which scientific knowledge is acquired, individuals are better equipped to differentiate between credible information and pseudoscience. Ultimately, the flat Earth theory represents a unique case study in how human belief systems evolve and how individuals, even in the face of overwhelming evidence, continue to cling to alternative explanations. It also highlights the challenges that arise when misinformation spreads through social media and online communities, where echo chambers reinforce personal biases and make it harder for individuals to engage with the broader scientific consensus. Conclusion. The enduring fascination. While the vast majority of people in the modern world accept the scientific consensus that the Earth is round, the flat Earth theory endures as a fascinating and perplexing relic of human belief. It serves as a reminder that even in the age of advanced science and technology, some ideas can defy logic and resist evidence. For some, the flat Earth theory will always be more than just a scientific debate. It is a symbol of resistance, a rejection of established norms, and a way to reclaim a sense of control in an increasingly complex world. For others, it is an intellectual curiosity, a puzzle that, despite being unsolvable, continues to intrigue and baffle those who are drawn to it. As long as there are people searching for alternate explanations of reality, the flat Earth theory will likely persist, bubbling up from time to time, ready to challenge accepted wisdom. Yet, the overwhelming evidence that the Earth is round will remain unshaken, a constant reminder of the progress that has been made in our understanding of the universe, and of our shared place in it. The story of the flat Earth is one of human curiosity, skepticism, and the endless quest for truth, no matter how elusive or strange that truth may seem.